Hello and welcome to SquiniCentral. So we're continuing the seed planting. I'm trying something new today. I know I have a shorter video that I started seeding and I'm going to keep doing it that way as well, but today I decided to try something new because I can't make my soil blocks because my hands are too weak from the surgeries that I had, the carpal tunnel surgery I had. And so I'm trying this. Cups. So I just have all these little cups. I had them for a science thing. I run a science business as well. And I stacked them up and I just poked a hole in the bottom of all of them. But then I was like, okay, so I'm going to put them in this tray, which is just a silver, I can't talk, silver foil tray, one of those big dinner meal ones. But I was like, how am I going to get the soil into each cup without making a mess and getting soil all over the bottom and then having to dump it out, blah, 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 blah. So I'm doing this. I put them in one of these open planters that I usually use with my soil blocks. And I usually put my soil blocks in here, then I lay them into one of my large water trays that I have in the greenhouse. But since I'm not doing that, I'm doing it this way. So I am just taking my hand. It's very, I don't really care about neat, but I also don't want to be here forever. And I am just filling them up to the top. Now the soil is not soaking wet, it's semi-damp. And it is sifted, so it's pretty fine. And so what I'm gonna have to do is after I get them all filled, I fill them up to the top, I'm gonna take my sprayer and I'm going to dampen them because that will have the soil will then shrink a little bit. And then I will plant the seeds. In the same token, they will be watered mostly from the bottom. That's why I poke the hole in the bottom. So I am going to spray them, of course, now and right after I plant, but then I will be watering them from the bottom after that. It's quick, it's easy, and it makes sure that your seeds, the roots are doing their job, which is to soak up water, so they're going to learn to do it that way. All right, here we go. So I think I showed my crazy, weird, I don't know how temporary, permanent organization I have with what I'm planting, at least this time of year. So I planted a bunch of onions before, and now I actually am going to plant, oh my goodness, are they even on here? They're not. I started writing them and I didn't finish it, but I'm going to plant my brassicas, so I guess I'll be writing as I do it. Okay, so I went through and added all my brassicas. I've noticed next to the name, like it says cauliflower Y, parentheses BI, and then the one below it says parentheses SG. Those are just two different type of brand of seeds I'm using because I want to keep track of which ones germinate well, if they all germinate, then which ones grow well, or all that stuff. And I put a 3 because I'm going to put 3 in most of these, but I kind of just wrote it there and then, I don't know, but I'm going to do it in most of them. I already have my labels written out. I'm only going to put a label on the first container of 4 going straight down, as long as there's no catastrophe and they don't fall over or get tossed or something like that, which did happen to me once last year. Then I'll know what everything is. I reuse these, like I said before. I bought them on Amazon. I literally have a bag of hundreds, and I think there's 8 different colors. So I will have these the rest of my life, especially since I do reuse, like this is from last year. So I will never, ever have to buy, unless I lose those, markers again. And these are the ones I use indoor, and then I actually have metal ones that are wipeable and rewritable that I put outside. All right, so here we go. And as you can see, I actually made some divots. I use one of my old marker pens that doesn't work anymore, and I just put like 3 little divots in all of them, like bowling, just real quick little divots, because what we're going to do, like with the onions, we're going to cover this over as well with some dirt, but I wanted to have a little divot to try to land them in. It won't be perfect, it won't be precise, but it's always worth trying. Okay, so everything's set up in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some water into the bottom of this tray so that while we are planting, we can make sure that they are absorbing the water through that little hole. Remember, first time I'm trying it with these cups in one little hole. Hopefully it'll work and I won't have to go back and put more holes, because that'll be a pain since I've already planted everything. But so that water will absorb up, and as they grow their roots, the water will be soaked up. Now I am planting all brassicas right now, which means that they don't need heat to start. What I have in my think I've showed it once. It is a greenhouse that can go outdoors, and on top of a woodworking bench that was here when we moved here. And it doesn't, I mean, I have the ability to put heat. I usually use infrared heat lamps. I don't use lighted lamps. I use like the reptile lamps to add heat to the area. I have one of those in there, but I'm not going to turn it on. But what I am going to do, because I may not have to, because I will have it closed up, but the idea was I was possibly going to turn the mat on. I have a very large heat mat in there, just so they have some warmth on the bottom. They don't need warmth to germinate. They don't really prefer warmth to germinate, but I'm gonna have to go back and double check my weather in the area. So as you see, I'm just dropping them in the little divots that I created. Hopefully you can see that without too much difficulty. I'm going to go back and check the weather for the week at least to see if there's any freezing, because my garage is not insulated. So if it's going to freeze, then I'll probably turn the heat mat on maybe at night. Then during the day turn it off. I don't know. I have to really look at the temperatures and see what's going to happen. So I'm just going to go through and plant everything I wrote down on my list in the order that I wrote it down to keep myself sane. I'm just going to add the tags as we go along so that I make sure I'm putting everything in the right place. I'm not always this organized when it comes down to it, but in the beginning I want to make sure that I am. Okay. I forgot the artichoke, which I kind of just came across and realized I wanted to plant some, just in case the ones out front don't make it, and these will at least be ready to go out when they can go out. I have some that are wintered over out front, and I don't know, I hope they're doing well. We are having a harsh winter here in New Jersey, thank you Lord. So hopefully they're fine. They are under a, what do you call it? A laundry basket. They're under a laundry basket with straw inside that is to hopefully protect them, with a lot of straw inside to hopefully protect them from any freezes that we have. And we have had a couple, and they were okay. And they actually were in the freeze without being cut back and without the straw in the beginning. So since I've done that, hopefully they will be even better. I'm opening up my new one right here, so I want to plant my old one and the new one. It comes in this packet. I don't know why. This is the first time I've seen a seed that came in this packet. So from this company, I don't know what that means. So do they look the same? They look like the other ones. Oh, they look a little better. So I'm planting 2 of each of the artichoke varieties I have in each cup instead of 3, because these actually get pretty big. And I'm definitely gonna have to upplant these way before they go out, which is fine. But I want to make sure they take before I do a whole big pot and then nothing grows in it. That's usually what the soil blocks are good for. Not wasting a big pot of soil before you know something's going to germinate. So back to the planting. Okay, so everything's been planted, and now I'm going to just take a handful of the dirt, just trying to sprinkle it in. I'm not trying to put too much. Again, I showed you earlier I tried not to make a mess, so I'm still going to try not to make a mess, but I don't have to use so much dirt to fill. And actually, I really want to not make a mess. I'm going to use a cup. I'm sprinkling a little bit on top. This dirt, again, it is not really wet right now. It gets dried out because it was sitting in my car, so I was taking it to school. I'm pushing down the artichoke seeds a little bit more because they are bigger than everything else that I planted here. Artichokes, I don't believe they're brassicas. They like warm weather, but they also don't mind the cool. So I forget, they're in one of those weird families. What I'm gonna do is fill each cup and then water from the top. And if you look, if you can see, all the water on the bottom, it has been absorbed up into these cups, so that's great. That means my little hole worked. So I'm just making sure everything is wet so that those seeds can start to loosen up and grow. Alright, and that's it. I have planted a bunch of brassicas. I do need to plant more because I didn't get to plant my broccolis yet. But here we have it. Quick seed starting. I'll turn this around. As you can see, those are my little name tags on there. They just say what they are. They stick out, and each row is what it is. And like I said, unless I have a really big conundrum, this will be great until I need to put them in the ground. All right, so have a great day. It's Super Bowl Sunday here. So I'm going to try to plant some more real quick, then go inside and get ready for the festivities. All right, have a great day and a blessed day. Thanks for joining us. If you don't already subscribe to our channel, please subscribe. We are hoping to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. We're nowhere near that, but if you like what you see, please subscribe and share us with your friends who garden or maybe who don't and just like to watch your garden. Have a great day. Bye.